Today, instead of using the word log, instead of using the word log, we're going to use natural log. I've lost my pen. Here it is, I think. Okay. Shh. Y'all, quit talking. That's what I'm saying. Quit talking. Okay. Let's say that I have this right here. How do I write that as a single logarithm? Okay, that says natural log. That's okay. It's still logarithm. It's got the word log.
ln is natural log?
That's ln is natural log. What do you do with a number out front?
E. Wait, no,
It goes to the exponent. We're just simplifying. We're not solving. There's no equal sign. We're not solving yet. So if a number out front, same rule. Over and over and over again. It goes to the exponent. So watch this. 15 squared. Everybody agree with that right there?
Yes.
Yes. Now, what do you do with subtraction? No. You divide.
That's why lines like that.
So the 15 squared goes on the top and the 75 goes on the bottom. What is 15 squared divided by 75? I have no idea. Actually, I do. It's in the book, but we'll just put it on the calculator. 15 squared divided by 75. That's what I'm about to get. And it is 3. So it's the natural log of 3, which I could put that in the calculator, but this is what it wants. The directions said write it as a single logarithm. Natural logarithm, So that's all I want. If I wanted the answer, I could plug it in my calculator. There's a button, but I don't. Is everybody okay with that? It's the same thing we've been doing like over and over. Let's do a few more. What if it said the natural log of 7 plus 2 natural log 5? What happens first?
The 2 has to go to the 5.
Very good. The 2 goes above the 5. So it's 5 squared.
And then you multiply.
Yeah, since you're adding, we need to put them together. We would multiply 7 times, what's 5 squared? 25. What is 7 times 25?
175.
And that's what it wants as the answer. How are these? Not bad. They're terrible? Are they really? They're no. Okay, another one. 3 natural log x minus 2 natural log 2x. So what do I do first? We put any numbers out front as an exponent. So I'm going to say the natural log of x to the third minus the natural log of, hey, guess what squared? The 2 and the x. Did y'all realize that? No? Would y'all have just put 2x squared? Yeah, y'all would have got that wrong. Okay? Because that square goes to both of them. All right? So now what do we do?
Divide.
Yeah, we're going to divide. So I've got the natural log. X to the third goes in the top. And what's 2 squared? What's 2 times 2? 4. And then x squared. I think they might go a step further. They do. What can you do to simplify that?
Cancel out the x's.
Cancel out any x's that you can. So I have an extra x up top and then the 4 in the bottom. Does everybody understand that? How many x's do we have up here? 3. How many x's do we have down here? 2. So you could cancel out those 2, but you still have 1 left up there, okay? All right, are we good with that? Somewhat? All right, that's problem number 1. I did several. Do we need any more of those? No. Okay. The next problem, and I may just go through this whole lesson, give you your paper. We'll do study guide tomorrow or finish this paper tomorrow. Study guide tomorrow, study guide Monday. No idea the EOC schedule. So we will just take our test when we can. And your chapter 8 final is just going to be like whatever we cover. If we cover 3 lessons, it's 3 lessons.
So
if we cover 4, it's 4.
it's a test whenever we can take it, right? That's the test.
For chapter 7 next week,
We're going, yes, ma'am.
that's not our final though. But
But it's a
we'll
test.
have a test. Chapter 7's test is supposed to be Tuesday, but I forgot about EOCs. I didn't, but I did.
And then the next test will be.
The next test is your final,
Is
and
there a quiz with that?
because I don't even know how many lessons we'll have. If we have 3 lessons, that's all it'll be. If we have 4, we will not get through the whole next
I think
chapter.
there's only 3 weeks of school after this week. I think that's right.
I think so.
Yeah,
Great, yeah, I think so.
And then it's, okay, so then finals week, I will review with you probably Thursday and Friday. Monday, I won't be here of finals week. So your finals either Tuesday or Wednesday. Monday, you will come and review together without me. Like, I will have reviewed with you. I promise. You can watch my video on Monday, and your final, whenever they tell us our schedule, mine will either be Tuesday or Wednesday.
And it'll look the same as any other test we've taken.
Yeah, yeah. It's just going to be like a test. So, all right. Next, yeah.
With all the other classes taking EOCs,
Mm-hmm.
how long is the EOC taking?
90 minutes.
Okay. So
So,
what
and-
do we do during?
I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. They're working that out now. Like, I think they're trying to come up. I'm betting y'all don't test Monday. I would be bringing my Chromebook, though, to test Monday. Because what if they said to bring them?
Oh, that's another thing. What about the people that don't have Chromebooks?
They're getting the Chromebook from the junior high.
Yeah. But they need everybody to bring their Chromebook, everybody to charge their Chromebook, and you'll test. So they may do, I don't know, I'm not over it. So don't say, oh, Miss Amanda said this. I don't know. They may could do, like, if you took a 90-minute test, y'all only have to do 1. But then another class might go on break and then take a second test. I would, if I were them. Or they might do 90 minutes Tuesday, 90 minutes Wednesday. I don't know. 90 minutes Thursday. Like, what do y'all do? I don't know. I hope.
Take 2 of them sometimes in a day.
Yeah, so we could do 2. And I can't give the math one. And normally y'all are in the computer lab, but y'all will be up here. So I may be in here giving the English one while
Why can't you do
Miss,
the math one?
because I'm the math teacher and there's all the math stuff in here. I think that's why. Miss Christie may be giving the math one while Mr. James gives the history one.
Mr.
You know,
James is gonna give something.
so that, well, all we do is give you a piece of paper. You log in and you go, we just monitor. Right? So all of y'all would be taking it at the same time.
You can get it done in a day quick.
So like, yeah, but then some of them have the next day or either that afternoon, they'd have to take their second one or
Put them
something.
all in one day and get them over with.
Yeah, then they
Everybody done
might,
with
they
it.
might do that. I don't know. They're trying to figure that out. Anyway, let's do our next problem. This one is an equation. Poor Emma, she's going to watch this video and be like, why did we have to talk about
She
it?
would actually watch it. She's on the.
Okay, now, this one I have to solve for x. X is inside here, so I have to get rid of
The square?
that. Well, I have to get rid of that natural log first. Actually, there's,
Don't you put it into the other side?
Yeah.
You based in it.
you know what? There's 2 ways to do this.
Oh,
Yeah, there are. I'm gonna try this both ways.
calculator.
No. Yeah. Okay, there's 3 ways to do this. Okay. So, look, I'm going to do this way first. This was not my initial thought, but watch what I do. I'm going to pull that 2 out front. Because I can, right? What can I do with that 2? I can divide by 2. Does everybody see that? So if I divide by 2, what's 4 divided by 2? 2. Now, how do you get rid of a natural log? Look on your calculator. It's not log. It's not 10. On your calculator, if you look at the LN button, where is it? Right there. It's an E. You raise it to the E. So E and natural log cancel each other out. That's the whole point. You're trying to find what cancels out. So I get x minus 3 equals E squared. What in the world is E squared? I don't know. Let me just type it in.
7.38.
I would do E squared. It's 7.389. I'll just write that. Then what do I do? How do I solve for x?
Add 3.
Add 3. So I'm guessing I get 10.389. But what do they want me to round to? 3.
056.
All right, I'll just put 389. Okay. Now, the problem... Oh! You wouldn't have known to do this, though, by doing that. Okay, so this causes a problem, and I'll show you why. Let's come over here and try it my other way. How do I get rid of the natural log?
E.
E. So e to the 4th power. So I get x minus 3 squared. What is e to the 4th? It is
4.59.
54 point, I'll put 60. It kind of rounds up to, okay? How do you get rid of a square?
Square root.
Square root. I'm going to square root, and I'm going to go up to that number. Watch. Just don't watch that.
Oh my.
You heck with this.
Okay, look. No, if I square root this number, okay, let me square root it, but I'm going to go up to it. I don't want to just type in 54.6. I'll go up to it and select it. Okay, and I get 7.389. But watch this. When you square root something, guess what? It has to be plus or minus that number. Did y'all remember that? It could be the positive or negative. In doing it this way, I didn't realize that. So I only got one answer. Okay? But there could be two answers. How do I find the two answers? I got to add 3. So one of my answers is, what's 7 plus 3? So it's 10.389. And then what's negative 7 plus 3? Negative 4 point,
You don't show no history.
and I think that's like 0, 0, something like that.
Usually it shows above.
Hey, are y'all paying attention? Because what happens when you get two answers? What do you need to go? You need to go back in and up here and check them. So I would.
How did you get the two answers? You did the plus or minus?
Yeah, I did the positive 7 plus 3, and then I did the negative 7 blah, 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 plus 3.
Okay.
So I get these two answers. They're actually both. Yeah. Okay, so you type in natural log, and let's try the 10.389 minus 3 squared. And do I get 4?
Yes.
I do. Okay, then if I go up here again and type this in, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have, I don't know why I did all this. So much extra. Negative 4.00 minus 3 squared. Ah,
Where's it at?
what?
He keeps talking about mom's case.
What am I doing?
She ain't even listening.
I have natural log. I don't need that. Of negative 4 minus 3
Yeah, you couldn't get out of it?
squared.
Can you get out of it again, Tim?
Maybe just redo it.
It says it's not a real answer. I've done something wrong. Yeah, I'm about to redo it. The natural log
Yeah, that's fine.
of
You're not even listening.
negative. Oh, it's 4.39. That's why.
This is kind of weird.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it's. Duh. Oh my gosh. Is
Trying to
right.
figure
Yeah.
this thing
I
out.
typed in the wrong number. Negative 4.389 minus 3 squared. Are you. What am I doing?
I like the first way better. You don't have to do two answers.
Yeah, just the calculator way. It's so easy.
Oh, I didn't think so.
It's so easier. You don't even
It's so easy.
So much easier.
easier.
I'm typing in. I'm doing
Sarah,
something.
English teacher, dude? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I don't. I did the first one right. I'm just typing something in wrong.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I got it. I got it. It's 4. Finally. Okay, so it works. Goodness. Okay. Anyway, finally got that one. Yes, you can graph it as well. Do I need to graph it?
Yes!
What would I graph?
Y equals
Y equals. What do I type in on the first one?
IN.
LN, because it's natural log.
Why is it backwards though? Why is it not in L? Natural log, not log natural.
I don't know. It's just what I don't know. I didn't make this calculation.
Exactly.
Y'all, on the x minus 3, I'm gonna put it in parentheses
Doubled?
because I need it squared but in here, what was happening earlier for some reason, I don't know, because I'm scared it's going to happen
I
again.
didn't do it.
And it was fine? Okay.
worked fine.
And I got 4. Well, let me try it your way then. Okay, let me try it. Natural log of x minus 3 squared. And then, do we get 2 answers? Almost. I'm almost at them. Let me go to 50.
Square and a parentheses.
So, boom. Wait, why did that not show up?
Yeah, you don't show up sometimes.
You put the square like right here.
Mine don't even
It
do
did
that.
when I did. It did. I thought earlier it
Mine
did.
didn't show it at all.
Second trace number 5. I'll go to this one. I'll press enter, enter, enter. They intersect at 3.135.
Well, mine don't show
I'm
that.
at 2 points.
Mine shows the 10 one.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, mine shows the 10.
Let me do second trace number 5.
You bet you moved yours.
Yeah, mine was like up there.
10.389.
That's what mine did. It didn't go to the other one. It did that.
I took it over there, so it's not showing it. That's the bad thing about it graphing is
That's what
it's not showing your other answer, and it should be. I wonder if it shows on my table.
Well, it did at first, though. It was weird.
These are.
Oh, calculator.
I'm gonna do a double parentheses.
It's newer than yours.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Calculator, 10-year-old.
Do you even got a calculator or anything?
Yeah, I think it is right now.
Okay, well, now let's graph. There it is. See, the parentheses mattered. It did matter. Look, I thought so, because it should show both answers. The reason you have to put it in the double parentheses is it's trying to square the whole natural log. That's what's going wrong with it. You only want the x minus 3 squared. If you're going to graph it, that's what it needs to look like on this one.
What'd you get for your
Let me
A's?
try this.
So you want me to go to my graph?
This one.
So there's an answer, there's an answer. So to find them, press second trace number 5. Okay, it's got to go wherever you tell it. So I'm going to take it to the left, because y'all already found the 10, right?
Yes.
Let me take it over here to the left, and guess what? You're telling your calculator. Find the one on the left. So you press enter, 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 and there it is. Negative 4.
What were we supposed to type in on the graph? So see if mine will do it.
What? Oh, y equals, this is what it's supposed to look like. Again, it's got 2 sets of parentheses because some of them, y'all, if you don't put the parentheses, it's thinking, this is what it's thinking, that we've got this and we're squaring the whole thing, and that's not right. We're only squaring what's in that.
I got negative 4 points.
Yeah, it's negative 4 points on.
It is.
Negative 4.389.
Let me move my calculator. Negative 4.389 is the answer.
Oh,
It was negative 4.389, and then the other one was 10.389.
So you have it on the right and then you know it's the
And then, yeah, so because you've got to tell it where to go. We just found the one on the left, so if I find the one on the right, I go to number 5 for my intersection. Now I got to scroll over here, boop, to the right, and do enter, enter, enter. And there it is, okay? Let's do another one. Y'all, we finally have figured out these calculators. That's taken me forever today. The natural log of x equals 2. How do I find this one? Yeah, you can use your calculator, boys, but how do you get rid of natural log?
You got do the 10.
Nope. Nope, that's logarithm. That's log. How do you how do you get rid of natural log? E.
This looks so mad.
E. So natural log and E cancel out.
Oh, is
So-
that why it's above it?
What is
It's the opposite?
Yep. It's E squared. Y'all are not even listening.
C squared.
That's right. Light power.
Wait, so do you?
All 5 people that are watching, and they go to-
Those memes.
This
No, I thought it was ringtone.
Do you do
7.389.
the E to the second, like it's the exponent?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it looks like this right here. E squared, and I got 7.3. I'm gonna leave it until y'all be quiet. I'm gonna leave it off.
It's some girls talking.
That's I'm threatening y'all. Okay, here we go. Natural log, and yes, you could have graphed it, of 3x plus 5 squared. How many answers am I gonna probably have on this one? Probably 2. Okay, so how do you get rid of a natural log?
You got E?
E.
I did E.
There you go. So I get 3x plus 5 squared equals, I'm going to type that in, e to the 4th. Oh, crud, I did something wrong. Okay, now I got it. And I get 54.598. How do you get rid of a square?
Square root it.
You square root it. And once you do that,
Is that a plus or minus?
plus or minus, watch, when I go to square root, I'm going to scroll up and pick this whole number. I mean, it's not a whole number, but the entire number. Okay. And I get a positive 7.389. It's always the same number. Or a negative 7.389. Then what do you do with those numbers?
Subtract 5.
Subtract 5. So I'm going to have 3x equals minus 5,
Mine's just not scrolling.
2.389. And my other one is if it was a negative minus 5 equals negative 12.389. Does everybody understand where these two numbers came from? From here to here. I subtracted 5. Are y'all paying attention?
Yes, ma'am.
I subtracted 5 with my positive 7, and I subtracted 5 with the negative 7. Then what do you do?
Why do you spend the name crushes on?
Then,
Walking around.
then what do you do? Divide by 3.
What are you talking about? James.
Okay, so ain't nobody listening but myself.
Yes, we are, Miss Smith.
I'm dividing by 3. I'm just going to keep going. And I get 796. Divide by 3.
Oh, wait, I got that.
Yay.
I think, yeah.
How'd you get that?
Really get it?
You need me to go over it again? Negative 4.13-ish.
So when you do the plus or minus, you only have to change what it equals. Like plus 7, like positive number 7.38, and then negative 7.38.
Yeah, so this right here, I took my positive 7 and I subtracted 5 and I got that.
Okay.
I took my negative 7 and I subtracted 5 and I got that. That's when I split it up into my two answers. I
Okay.
used my positive 7 and I used my negative 7.
And then you have to change it.
And then I divided and I got both my answers. You want me to graph it? Okay.
Do you check it?
Yeah, which I'll check it with my graph. That's another way to do it. Okay, little natural log of, be careful, 3x plus 5 must be
Double parentheses.
double parentheses, which is weird.
I got
Okay.
7.
And then I've got 4. And I'm looking at my graph, and boom, it's going through both of those points. Did you get that, Tyler? Like that, your graph? Okay, so you press second trace number 5. And since I'm over here at the right, I'm going to find that one first. And it is 0.796. Look, I got that. Okay. Second trace number 5.
That's a weird graph.
Now I'm going to scroll to the left.
I know like that.
And I get negative 4.129, which is negative 4.13. Yours does not look like this. I think mine is.
Oh, I got the right answer. I'm talking about. I hadn't zoomed out enough.
Oh, okay. Because if I zoom 6 it looks like this.
Mine has a weird graph right now.
Like that, maybe? Or you're zoomed out. Oh, okay, yeah. I was just kind of zoomed. Yeah. You didn't have to on that one. Okay. How do we feel about those? I've got one more. I know y'all are tired of this. I've got one more, and then I'll give you your paper, and then I'll make study guide copies later. If I don't make study guide copies later, guess what that means? Tomorrow.
Tanner gets a spanking.
What?
Whoa.
With a whip.
That's-
With, like, all of us take turns spanking Tanner.
I go first.
Then somebody's gonna have to go make study guide copies. That's all I was saying.
With a big paddle.
Y'all are totally ruining my video today.
X plus B squared.
You gotta answer me.
Okay, how do you solve for x?
Wait, why is there an E?
I know, what's the opposite of e?
LN.
Okay, so how do you solve for x? So what's the first thing you would do?
Move the 2.
Move the 2. Very good. Subtract 2. My eye's twitching. Okay, and what is 16 minus 2?
14.
Okay, then what do you do?
Move the X.
No, you can't move the x.
LN.
What are you talking about?
Move the 4.
Move the 4. How do you move the 4?
You got
Divide by 4. So what's 14 divided by 4? What did you say, 10?
7.
Do you need to put it in parentheses on your calculator?
What?
The,
Nope. Mm-mm.
you don't, you just put it just
Put it in just like
There's
that.
no law, Tyler.
Okay. Now what do you do? How do you get rid of E? The E is the only thing in the way right now. And Elena said a second ago,
LN.
LN. So you're gonna natural log. If I put natural log on this side, what do I
Yeah,
do?
do it to the other side.
Yep, so I'm gonna write it right there. Everybody good with that? Those cancel out.
Can you just grab this?
Yeah, you could. So 2x equals, what is the natural log of 3.5? 1.25. Then what do you do?
You-
That's me.
What do you do? Shh. What do you do?
Now you gotta divide the two.
Divide by 2, so we get 0.626.
Okay, that wasn't that hard.
Okay, now
so
if
much
you
easier on the calculator.
if you wanted to graph
It ain't that hard to do this way.
4e to the 2x, make sure we come out of the exponent area, plus 2, and down here we're going to put 16. If I graph it, oh, where's my other one? It's,
You did,
oh, it's because it's 16. I gotta be up at 16. So let me go.
Wow, I still got the same answer without doing that.
There it is.
I still got that
You
same-
still, oh, without
I still
seeing
got
it?
that.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Second trace number 5, enter, and I get, oh wow, look, 0.626.
Yeah, the only reason to tell it is there's 2 points.
I didn't get
That's
the
the
zero. I
movement.
didn't get the 0 point. I just got 0.626.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yep. Okay, everybody good? Yep, we've got this. All right. That's the lesson. We're done with the whole chapter.
no, not yes, then we're gonna do another one.
For 10.
Yeah, then we just move on to the next chapter after this.
What is this?